I was a newlywed and living here in Provo, driving around my wife's little car. Next thing you know, I have this huge accident, and Provo Fire Department came and pulled me out of my car.
From the time we put hands on the patient to the time we deliver the patient to the emergency room, they are Provo firefighters that are taking care of them.
This is a mini ER that rides on this ambulance. So a lot of the same procedures that are being done in an ER, especially for full arrest cases, we're doing in the back of this box. We're using the same machines, we're using the same drugs. To say that we're a doc in a box, well, that's not necessarily true. We're not doctors, but we are an extension of the doctor out of the ER.
Not only are you trying to start IVs and give medications, but you're doing it while you're moving. When you go to actually do the IV, there's always a chance that the vein will blow. So if you look at that process as opposed to on an intraosseous line, which is where we drill into their bone, you just clean the skin off, you find the landmark, and you can have that in a matter of seconds.
Okay, poking in right there. Yeah.
Such a great way to be able to give fluids and medications, whether they're cardiac medications, whether they're pain medications, whether it's sugar for a sugar issue, we're going to be able to push those medications as well.
We'll do cave rescues, mountain rescues, swiftwater rescues, hazardous materials. So we rely upon each other. That's why the crews are so important. Somebody can be expert at this, somebody can be expert at that. We get a lot of help from our helicopter agencies, and we're thankful for them.
We've done it enough times to know, well, here's where we can land a helicopter, because it took us 10 minutes to get up here. It's going to take longer to get them stabilized and then to get them back down, because you're trying to be gentle with that patient. And sometimes the most gentle you can be is by putting them in a helicopter and getting them a lot quicker.
I hate to say we don't do mountain rescues as often as I'd like, because I love mountain rescue. It's just where it's at. Mountain rescue rules.
To be making those decisions in such a short period of time, in such a difficult environment, whether it be in their home or the back of the ambulance, which is very small and it's moving, and it is amazing to me.
Yeah, so we were dispatched for a 21-year-old playing basketball at a fitness center, and he tips over and collapses and goes into cardiac arrest. Police officer had just beat us there who started the initial CPR. CPR had not been started for this person. 4 to 6 minutes is all you can go. And if nothing's being done in that 4 to 6 minutes that they're not breathing, the outcome isn't very good. As the life pack came on and we realized that he's in VFib, our newest medic is like, I can shock that rhythm. I can save this kid. And so he shocks him and he goes from VFib to asystole to flat line. And I said to Scotty, look, let's give him some epi. Let's kickstart that heart. And so we pushed the epi, and this guy spontaneously began to breathe and got his heart rate back. We go to visit him a couple days later, and we introduced ourselves to his mom. So she goes over to his bedside and says, Dan, these are two of the guys that helped save your life. And he looked at us and said, thank you, I appreciate that. And he had a 10-day memory loss. He didn't remember going to play basketball. He didn't remember us visiting him in the hospital, but that was really his only deficits. So now we're Facebook friends, and we follow one another, and I see pictures of him on dates. I see pictures of him exercising, and it's gratifying that he has a life ahead of him. It wasn't me. It was a team effort that made that happen. But it's cool to see with the tools that you have, the training that you have, you make a difference in someone else's life. So that's what happens when you become an old medic, is you become a lot more emotional, I think.
Nothing can touch your heart more than looking square in the eyes of somebody who may not have been here had you not done everything in your power to intervene. Greatest part of the career.